from Lilongwe, Malawi. I was born in a small town called Nkoma. At Nkoma, it's a mission hospital. That is also like one of my favorite places in Malawi, actually. And so growing up in Nkoma is sort of like a quiet, and it's not rural, it's not, but it's like very quiet. It's like a mission town. Favorite memory is, so when my dad, my brother and I moved to Bembeki in Dedza, we had this steps from our house to like the boys' quarter, like the guest wing outside our house. And so my dad and I would sit on there and listen. He had like this little radio, so we would sit and listen to a radio there. So that's like one of my favorite memories growing up. Currently, I mean, we're all in quarantine, so really, currently, what is going on? But I am a co-founder of a non-profit called Loving Arms Malawi. It works with young people, especially in marginalized communities, in issues of education. We work with girls, we work with different kind of people. So yeah, our sole purpose is just to promote education empowerment. We just want to promote education and just access to that. We want girls to stay in school. We want to mobilize communities in supporting girls' education. I learned about the Leadership Council from Leader, who was also an Atlas Call Fellow, and so she works as a consultant for GFC'S. So I learned from her about the Youth Leadership Council, and I applied. I wanted to be on the council because I believe that is part of the biggest level of influence I would have on the council. Like, working with the council is putting my voice to be heard, and I think GFC has done well to create a platform where, as a council, we can create programming. As a council, we can decide how we work. I see the work that GFC does, especially on the African continent, the support that they give to different organizations. And so being on the council gives me the opportunity to contribute to the decisions about that. Like, it is involvement in decision making, in presentation, and things like that, in a way that I wouldn't have been involved. So I was attracted by that, to just like have a say, to help others. It wasn't a toy. I don't know if it was a toy, but I loved knitting, and my aunt still has it up until this day. Like, she has not thrown it away. So I had this big ball of yarn. It was blue, I remember, and the sticks that had like white things at the end that I would knit. So I would knit different things, and my aunt up until this day keeps it. And so every time she tells me, she's like, "Oh, I'm still keeping your yarn if you want to come back for it." So yeah, that's like my favorite thing. If it goes missing, I would lose my head and just be like, "Where is my yarn?" So yeah, that was my favorite toy growing up. I mean, I guess I was such a grandma at a young age. I wanted to be an air hostess, so flight attendant. But so we say air hostess because I think that's the way the British say it. So yeah, so I wanted to be an air hostess because from what I saw, they just like looked so pretty and so well made. And so in my little head, I believe, you know, because for you to be a pretty woman, you have to be an air hostess. Or maybe it was like pretty women become air hostesses or whatever. So that's one thing that I really wanted to be. I could practice the whole walk. I was like, you know what, I'm going to be an air hostess, so I will practice the whole walk. Don't look, I am Tewa, I'm Malawian. I'm not gonna call it weird, okay? But I know that other people might find weird, but I do not want to be disowned by my people. But the different thing that I have eaten is actually mice. So it's not weird, people. It's mice. So yeah, we call them bewa. So I've eaten bewa before. That's like mice. Yes, it's mice, not rats, it's mice. So yeah, that's something that is different that I've eaten that I actually like. My pet peeve is people that can't keep time. I am I'm an anxious person, and so when I have to do something, like, I keep time. I want it to be on time. I try to go to places early, and if you don't keep time and don't tell me, so if we are scheduled to meet at 10 and if you don't show up, like, just like let me know, because chances are I will show up earlier than, like, I will show up 15 minutes early. I hate being late, and so my pet peeve is like not telling me you're late, or just being late and just appearing like everything is okay. I'm always like, excuse me, can we talk about this first? Like, can we straighten this out? I wanted to say invisibility, but maybe not. I don't know if it's like having a lot of money is a superpower, but like oh, okay, so maybe I would go invisibility, and then don't quote me on this, not that I would rob a bank, but if I'm invisible, I can borrow some money from banks and use that money for good. So maybe let me go back to invisibility. So yeah, if I could have any superpower, if being rich is a superpower, like, I would want to be rich to, not for myself, but I do, like, I have a big heart for people in marginalized communities, and I think there's a lot more work for us to do in those communities. So for me, if I had access to that money, like, if producing money was a superpower, I would choose that, so that, yeah, I can, I don't know, help with infrastructures in marginalized communities, have schools that have good sanitation and things like that. If not, then invisibility, so that I can borrow money from banks. But yeah, well, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, my name is Sunga, and it was great chatting up with you. Bye.